Hello and welcome to another update video about Polkadot. While Polkadot isn't really moving too much, this is one of the videos that I'm going to add to Discord for channel members, just to go back to in terms of looking at longer term price targets. What I do sometimes in the videos, I'm looking at the higher time frame. I obviously don't do it in every video because things are changing, or things are not changing that much on that higher time frame. And targets don't really change, especially not in this bear market, you know. So when you know it, when you know the overall structure of the chart, you don't need to see it in every video again. So it's a waste of time. So I only build it in sometimes, and then I started to create a database on Discord for channel members to look at all my long-term targets. So with Polkadot, the wave count is similar to some other coins, where I assume that we moved up in a wave 1 that was back in May 21. We then came down in a very deep wave A, moved up in an overshooting B wave like Bitcoin end of November, and we're now coming down in this C wave of wave 2. That could be finished already, but I'm extremely skeptical. I already outlined my skepticism in the last video and said that I think Polkadot will see one more low unless we really create an impulsive price move to the upside now, and we currently do not see that yet. So my primary expectation for Polkadot is still that we need one more low. However, what would be the long-term price target? So if we assume that this here is a wave 1, this is a wave 2, then in the next bull run, where we should reach a new all-time high, we would expect that we're going into a wave 3. I actually have to move it across now. Actually don't need these anymore, because I'm going to tell you the targets as they are. Target. So for that, yeah, generally the overall pattern would look like this: 1 up, done, wave 2 down, nearly finished, wave 3 to the upside, wave 4 down, and wave 5 to the upside. That's sort of how it would look like in an ideal world, with an ideal Elliott wave pattern. Of course, also here, the wave 3 will not move in one straight line, it's subwaves and so on. So we need to draw the fibs, and I'm giving you the target. It doesn't need to be 100% exact, because, you know, if we talk about a few dollars difference here, that doesn't matter, because prices are way too dynamic anyway. But let's talk about target for a wave 3 in the next bull run. Condition is, of course, that Polkadot does recover, and then it should get into the region between the 1.618 extension and the 200% extension in a wave 3. That's between $85 and, yeah, let's call it $104. Then there should be a shallow wave 4 retracement, which can really only define as soon as we've peaked in wave 3, and then there should be a wave 5 afterwards, and that could take us to around $135. Those are minimum targets. In a real bull run, these sometimes get broken. Yeah, actually by altcoins they get broken quite frequently, so we'll see. But condition is, of course, that Polkadot does recover. So let's go into the lower time frame price action. We are currently probably still in this wave 2. I mean, there's a potential that the wave 2 finished here on the 22nd of November. We did move up afterwards. However, we didn't move up impulsively. I did count it as a 5-wave move to the upside, but made you aware in the last video that this is not high confidence, and I'd rather look for one more low. Yeah, but we can go with it as long as the yellow support area does hold. Of course, didn't hold. And I always mention to you that these leading diagonals, they are extremely unreliable. They could easily just be corrective wave patterns. And they often appear in the beginning of an uptrend, so we need to track them, because that is the moment when a lot of bears are still selling into the rally. But here, apparently too many bears sold into the rally, and we dropped below the yellow support area. We did invalidate here this wave too, but that's not really relevant. Important is that we don't go below the beginning of the wave 1. Now you can see we came very close, basically created a double bottom. These are not reliable either. So my view is that this at some point here will break, and we're going to go down lower. So I'm going to take out the yellow support area. This was based on Fibonacci support areas that in a wave 2 should hold. That means if they don't hold, it's most likely not a wave 2 anymore. So this is still a possibility, the yellow count, but it's just become even less likely. So because of that, because we didn't hold critical support, my view is that wave 2 is still in the making. We haven't finished it, yeah. That wave 5 as well. So all of that will probably be reset a bit lower at some point, unless we can really fill these 5 waves. I will not believe it until I see these 5 waves. Wave 1 done, wave 2 hopefully done. Wave 3 now needs to move, then wave 4 and wave 5. Yeah, and that could all end in the channel. We will see, because we are in this larger channel that you can see here on the chart. So, you know, I mean, a really sustainable breakout won't really happen until we break out of the channel anyway and get above the wave 4 high at $7.40. Until then, I am going to remain extremely skeptical about any uptrend. Like here, you know, this was also just a corrective wave pattern to the upside, because we made a new low afterwards. And here we can't even get off the ground really. It would be time now to do it, yeah, to get off the ground here, which is possible, but really until we see 5 waves up and then also 3 waves down, I'm not going to really believe that this is already a sustainable uptrend. My view is that Polkadot probably needs one more low. We lost support here, and we also haven't really developed any impulsive price action to the upside. It even looked more impulsive back here, what we did, yeah, and you're not even close to that at the moment. So movement up is very, very weak, just indicates that there isn't enough bullish interest at the moment. And we just need to be a bit patient here and wait for those signals. Now we even have on the daily chart a bearish crossover on the MACD. That is certainly not a bullish sign. It indicates that positive momentum is reducing further, negative momentum is increasing, so bearish momentum is increasing, and that is certainly not a bullish sign. We also had a bearish crossover on the RSI, got rejected at the 50 level. That is also not a bullish signal. So it's, for me, you know, generally pointing here still to the downside until we see a clear 5-wave pattern to the upside. Okay, and that's my update about Polkadot. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.